skipping the whole day, right? It's the same guy, but he looked different at this time. He had glasses and shorter red hair, but it was a darker red. But it was the same guy, and it was like 2 years before, so he looked younger. He looked different. He literally, we were walking, and he would follow us like 10 feet behind, and he followed us while we walked through my apartment complex. Followed us, literally followed me and my 14-year-old cousin, same age. Like, we're like 5 days apart in age. He followed us, and he was just focused on me, literally staring. Anyways, so I remembered him finally after the whole pool incident. And one night I had a sleepover with my best friend at the time. Her name was, we'll call her Riss. Rissy, we'll call her Rissy. Rissy and I were having a sleepover because she slept over at my house a lot. And she was kind of a pathological liar, right? Like, you have those friends. But when I woke up, she told me that she woke up to this guy with red hair and a red beard at my window, staring in it like this with his hands pressed against the window, staring at me, glaring at me while I slept, watching me sleep. My heart started to race. It's giving me anxiety. So I didn't believe her at first. But then my cousin Kylie saw it. I mean, not my cousin. My friend Kaylee saw it. We'll call her Kaylee. She saw the same thing. And then suddenly, my little brother Jacob, who was like 8 at the time, had no idea about the situation. I woke up one day, a couple weeks later. This time, I was like 17 now. I don't know how long it was later, but I woke up and he told me the same thing. I was like sleeping till 2 p.m., so I didn't know. But he said like, it was like 10 a.m., big brother. Some guy was watching you through the window like this, and he copied it like that. Like, what the fuck? So I tell my mom and I tell my sister, and they don't believe me. They think I'm being dramatic, because I am a pretty dramatic person. But then my sister started to believe me because this guy started walking past the sliding door and looking in and then going to my window to look into my window. And he would do that over and over every single fucking day. He was fucked up. And finally, my cousin Max saw this, and my mom and my sister finally believed me. They told him, and he chased him out. And then one day, my mom was taking out garbage, and he said, oh, he walked up to her, and he goes, oh, I know your teenage son. And she's all, you better stay away from my fucking son. And it kind of scared him off. But that night, we looked on the web. And we looked on the Predator website. He was the only predator in that apartment complex. And he was a child molester. And he had been stalking me for 3 years at that point. Following me from my school bus, following me with my cousin, following me, watching me through my window. Whenever I'd go outside, he would be there. And, yeah. It was terrifying. I would have nightmares where I would wake up in my bed and I'd be running and he'd break in through the sliding door and then stab me in the gut and I'd be bleeding everywhere and I'd die. And I'd wake up. And then, so he tried to tell the apartment manager and he ignored it. He said, oh, he molested a 2-year-old girl. Okay, so that makes it better? Like he's not fucking after me because it was a 2-year-old girl? That's even sicker. You should not have this person in your fucking apartment complex if you're the manager. When there's many children, not just me, many fucking children there. But he did. And he didn't care. But one day, because of my mother and my cousin doing those things, he disappeared. One day he drove off, and my mother and my little brother both saw him driving off. But there was a 3-year-old girl in the back seat looking out the window for help. And nobody knows what happened. I didn't see it, or else I would have called the cops. It's heartbreaking, and I don't know where he is now. I know his last name was Cook. I think his first name was Chris, but I don't know. And that's heartbreaking. It's a fucking awful story, and it terrifies me every day. I was fucking terrified for years, you know? A fucking stalker? Like, that's disgusting. And I know, oh my god, Tana Mojo had a stalker. Everyone on YouTube had a stalker. Brooks Marks. Oh, Loie Lane. Who else? Natalia Taylor. Everyone has a stalker. Oh my god. No. This was fucked up shit. And you guys need to understand. Anyways, I had strong intuition at this time, like I always do, and I have really strong paranormal intuition as well. If you want a paranormal experiences video after this, when I get a higher quality camera, just comment below, and I'll give you that, okay? For now, I gotta leave this on a somber note. It's really sad. Happy birthday to me. I'm 25. I hope you all are having a great time and are safe. And be careful out there, okay? I have Tinder horror stories. I have many story times to come. And I love you.